No government ever says this. Our currency is at risk. No bank ever says this. One day we might shut down the system and not give you your money. Everyone says the same thing. Don't worry, the system is solid. But history has heard this sentence many times. And every single time the ending was the same. From Rome to France, from the Confederacy to modern Lebanon, people woke up to the same days over and over again. The money they had saved had lost its value. Their salaries had become meaningless. And the system they entrusted their future to had disappointed them. Collapse is not a rare thing. On the contrary, collapse is the rule. The real question is not whether systems will collapse or not. The real question is this: what condition will you be in when they do? The biggest financial mistake people make is believing that everything will remain solid forever. We look at the money in the bank, we look at national currencies, and we assume they are solid ground. But the truth is this: money is not solid ground. Money is trust. And trust can disappear in a single night. That is why history is so harsh and so real. But it is also why it is so instructive. Every collapse leaves traces behind. It shows what is truly valuable and what is nothing more than an illusion. And if you pay attention, you will notice this. The ones who survive these disasters are not the ones who trust the most. They are the ones who doubt first. Take Byzantium as an example. This empire, which we know as the eastern half of Rome, remained standing for a full 1,000 years after Western Rome collapsed. At the heart of its economy was the gold solidus. It was so trusted that everyone in Europe, the Middle East, and Asia accepted this coin. It was almost the global reserve currency of the Middle Ages. You would think they had learned a lesson from Rome's mistake of debasing its silver coinage. But the outcome was the same. Centuries later, they made the same mistake with gold. They reduced the purity of the money, they shaved it down, mixed it with other metals. At first no one noticed. Then something happened. Trust cracked. The currency that held Mediterranean trade together suddenly turned into a political story. The money lost value and the economy staggered. So who survived? Those who trusted the government's promises? Of course not. Those who quietly accumulated real gold and land. The lesson is clear. Governments cannot resist diluting their money. And when they do, real value flows to places the state cannot control. But not every collapse comes from the mistakes of rulers. Sometimes something unexpected happens. In the 14th century, the Black Death swept across Europe. Nearly half the population died. Cities emptied, villages disappeared. But something interesting happened. As people became fewer, labor became more valuable. Survivors gained more bargaining power. Those with money, silver, goods, or simply the ability to work suddenly found themselves at an advantage. Abandoned houses and ownerless fields were sold for next to nothing. If this sounds familiar, don't be surprised. We saw the same thing during the COVID period. Those with money accumulated assets. Those living paycheck to paycheck fell behind. This has never changed from past to present. Pandemics recreate wealth. They always have. Crises show one simple truth. Those with reserves win. Those without pay the price. The banking collapse in Florence reminds us of another reality. There is no such thing as too big to fail. In the 1340-50s, massive banks collapsed in Florence, the financial center of Europe. They had trusted kings. The kings did not repay their debts. So what was the result? Depositors were wiped out. Trade came to a halt. People learned this lesson. Size is not safety. Reputation does not save anyone. This lesson was learned in Florence, repeated in 2008, and experienced once again in Lebanon. And yes, the issue of printing money. It happened during the American Civil War. It happened during the French Revolution. It happened during the Asian financial crisis. As more money was printed, its value fell. Those who trusted paper money lost. Those who held land, food, and gold survived. In Lebanon, people woke up one morning and could not enter their banks. Their money was there, but they could not access it. A lifetime of savings evaporated. Who survived? Those who did not entrust everything to the banks. All of these stories tell us one thing: systems collapse. They always collapse. The real issue is this: what are you holding on to? Promises, paper, or something real? History does not repeat itself, but if you ignore it, the ending is always the same. If this perspective helped put something into place for you, subscribe. History hides the answers. What matters is knowing where to look.